106 KMEL.
All right, so musically you've worked with a gang of people. I mean, we don't have to go down the list. They know who you are.
Yeah.
They know who it is. But who was like your favorite person, you know, whether it be somebody coming up in the industry or somebody you reached down and picked up that you worked with that you were like, yo, like I remember this time and this was the time that was my favorite in, you know, doing the music that you were doing?
I mean, for me, really, like right now, I got a record. The first record I did is me and Avicii, and it's a record called Divine Sorrow. I spent a little time in Stockholm, and people be like, Clef, what you doing in Stockholm? I'm actually very famous out there, and I gotta like, you know, I love playing music, like playing guitars and drums and all that. So down there, I got a chance to work with Avicii. And the cool thing is I show up with my guitar, Avicii show up with his computer. So imagine that. So now we're in modern day, you feel me? So it's like, remember like when I was doing the Fugees, I had to bring like, you know, like the keyboard, the board, now everything is converted to the software. You feel what I'm saying to you? So you can sit, so I want to take you to that to fully understand like where I'm going. So for me, it's sort of like when I saw like Michael Jackson in the studio with Teddy Riley. There's something about when you can cross generations. So the fact that, and before that, like Wyclef with Shakira, like when I did like that Hips Don't Lie. So for me, I've always believed like hip hop, true hip hop don't have a box. Like hip hop's the culture. And I remember the hard time people was giving the Fugees when we was coming out in the beginning, like, cause we was singing and we was rhyming. And it was like, rappers don't be singing. Like you supposed to keep it hardcore, and then I'm playing guitar. Rappers don't play no guitar. Lauren singing. Is she a singer or is she a rapper? So it feels good to see like we're in a generation now, like when I'm looking at my daughter, where her iPad is everything. And so based on that, my experience with music, I just love new talent. Like I remember Cash Money in the beginning. Like I remember like them being in the studio with me just doing a soundtrack. So years later when I saw Lil Wayne and called him for the record Sweetest Girl, it was just like, for me, was like a reunion to see his growth. I remember when I got the call to do No, No, No for Destiny Child. And it was like, yo, we need, and then I remember seeing Beyonce when she was a kid. I remember performing and Beyonce watching my show from the side of the stage. I remember rocking Paris with Jay-Z and Nas before was in Paris. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, I'm just fortunate enough, man, to have like seen all of these things, and just like I'm just a fan of the culture, and I think that's what keeps it exciting for me.
So being, you know, like you said, like doing the Fugees record and people being like, oh, are they singing or are they rapping? How they gonna sing and rap? And But then having folks like Drake be out where it's like, oh man, he's singing and rapping, it's whatever. Sing and rap on the same song, sing rap on different songs, and that be like the norm, if you will. Do you feel like, I love that. Do you hear that and you're like, yo, like I'm your father? Like, do you feel like that, or do you feel like just proud?
No, I mean, first of all, you gotta understand, I'm not Drake's father. Drake got a daddy.
Clearly.
And I'm a Drake fan, like I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, like I'm a Lauryn Hill fan. I'm a fan of the culture, you know what I'm saying? So when I see Drake singing and rhyming, I think it's incredible. You know, when I see Lil Wayne pick up a guitar, like even if he's still trying to figure it out, I think that's incredible. So for me, as a fan of the culture, I love where it goes. Being that the fact that they rhyming and singing, it makes it easy for me to come back with a record like Water, you know what I mean? Because it's sort of like, I think we're in the realm, like looking at Pitbull, like what Pitt has done, all of that kind of stuff. I think, okay, when you listen, I have an album called The Carnival. So The Carnival, like if you listen to The Carnival, everything that you hear today, you can hear a piece of it on The Carnival. I remember when I was doing a record called Guantanamera, and I was bringing in Celia Cruz, and it was like, yo, there's no way that you're gonna get Spanish music played on an American station. It's not gonna happen. That was the resistance they was giving me. And I was like, I don't know what world you living in, you know what I'm saying? I was like, the Latinas, the Latinos, the blacks, the whites, we all one, we rule. Like at the end of the day, if the music is great, people are gonna get into it, you know? So that's really how I judge the music, man.
All right, that's what's up. So with this Avicii record you were just talking about, like, is this the next like the next phase of what your music is gonna be sounding like? Like, are you gonna take it up there, like completely, or are you still gonna be kind of doing, you know, fusing, you know, Spanish into your joints, doing music that reminds you of growing up in Haiti, still doing pure hip hop records?
Yeah, I think for me, pure hip hop is the culture. And the EDM trend, really my first record that I ever did was a house music record. Like y'all
Your first solo record ever?
First solo ever, before the Fugees. Yo, you gonna trip out. Go online, right? Google Out of the Jungle, Africali.
Okay.
You're gonna trip out. So it was my first joint, cause you know, you're in the club and you dancing house music.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put nobody on Front Street. Most of them rappers that you see from my era that were acting like gangsters, they all were in the club and we all was dancing to house music.
Right.
You dance house music?
Yeah, I have.
I'm telling you, like, we all was on that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right.
You know, and then dudes is like, rappers don't dance, they lean. So for me, I always loved dance music because I felt like that was part of what we did.
You talking about like when Dr. Dre was wearing the big purple suit and all that? Like,
oh, yeah.
like around that time.
Yeah, we get down, you feel me? So I think that's what the culture is about. So at the end of the day, the album that I'm doing is called Clefication. So you already know I'm eclectic.
Right.
So, you know, I'm in with Avicii. After that, I'm going to get in with my little brother, DJ Khaled. Then I'm going to get with Emily Sanders. I have, you know, then I got my whole gang from the DR, you know. I got a crew from Mexico. Like, you know me, I call it global gumbo. You know what I'm saying? We're going to
mix it up.
We're going to do what we do. We mix that pot. I wanted to start with the Avicii record, Divine Sorrow, because the lyrics on that record, it just says everything that you've seen and you see me subduing and using, all kind of stuff. And we're just saying, look, at times, a bad situation can turn into a good one. And that's for anybody. That's why we did that.
Word. All right, so I got to ask you this question before we get out of here, because I feel like the answer changes every couple of years. Somebody
with
asks,
me or with somebody else? Because it seemed like I'm the only Fuji y'all can get to.
Seems like the answer changes.
But it's like I'm the only Fuji. But based on what, though? Am I the only Fuji y'all can get to, or y'all asked another Fuji this?
I haven't asked another Fuji this.
Who
I maybe have seen some things over time.
But has anybody asked a female Fuji?
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I definitely hasn't seen
I'm gonna cut the question down. Okay,
all right.
We're gonna.
So basically, wait to ask her.
No, it's. Let me tell you, the female Fuji is like, okay. Let's get this straight, right? So the Fugees, you have to have what's called the heart, right? To me, the woman is the heart of any situation.
Right.
Now you probably like, oh, Clef, now you talking about pimp talk. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, without a woman, where would we be,
Absolutely.
Bruh? Right? So it's like, so the Fugees, the heart of the Fugees have to be like, okay, it's going down, right? So once the heart says it's going down, then all of the parts are going to adjust. The brain, you feel me? Mm-hmm. The arms and everything is going to go. So for me, really, so this is why I'm excited that I'm doing music again, because we're going to have fun doing the music, and I think it's going to trigger great reaction, you know what I mean? And, you know, maybe it'll spark something, you feel me?
All right, that's what's up.
It might spark the heart, you know?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, baby, hopefully.
All right, that's what's up. Wyclef in the building, appreciate you coming through,
always
fam.
young blood, always.
Thank you, man. It's 106 KMEL, what up?